Hi everyone, it's me, Ray. Once again, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you've not been here before. I really appreciate you stopping by. Today, folks, we are going to be doing a Reddit reading of the Tales from Retail subreddit. And I picked out a few for us today. So I do work in retail. I might have mentioned that before in other videos, at least I know I have. And I closely relate to these things because I've been working in retail for a long time at this point. Yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into reading these Reddit stories, shall we? We're gonna start off with this first one here. From SportGirl92, crying won't get you anywhere. I work for a small chain grocery store. By some miracle, they've managed to keep egg prices somewhat reasonable, but it's limited to 1 dozen per customer. I'm checking out a customer and noticed she has 4 dozen in her cart. I said, unfortunately, eggs are limited to 1 dozen per customer, and she says, I see the signs, but wondered if you'd make an exception because my husband is vegetarian and we spend thousands of dollars here. No. I called over a manager. She got more pissed off and said I was rude and accused her of stealing, which I didn't. My boss told me to take a walk and she'd finish the transaction. Because this lady kept blaming me for everything, when I came back, boss said that she started crying after I left. Okay, it's funny to me that people really like to say that because they spend so much money at a place, they are entitled to all of the special treatment, which, like, we appreciate you shopping at that location and all, and thank you for your patronage, but here's the thing, just because you shop at a place regularly does not mean that you are more worthy than other customers. It's kind of insane to think that, like, you can basically do whatever you want in the establishment. Like, you get all of this special treatment and the employees are supposed to treat you better or something for some reason, which, here's the thing, you are just like any other customer. Thank you for being a customer. Congratulations. You buy stuff here. Good on you for having the money to do so, I guess, but it's just like, you're not special in comparison to the other customers. The other customers are just as worthy as you for, respect and good customer service, Store associates should always be nice to customers, no matter what. Doesn't matter if they've not shopped there before, they shop there all the time. Okay. Uh-oh. There is a baby outside. I'll go let him in. Hold on. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hi. Are you disrupting me? Are you disrupting the video? Huh? You say hi to people? You say hi to peoples? Huh? You say hi? Yeah, hi. Cat intermission, I guess. What is he saying? Shh. You're being noisy. Okay, I'm very sorry if you hear him. I think anybody should be treated with respect and kindness, unless, like, if a customer is not treating an associate with respect or kindness. Yeah, it's a two-way street, so, like go away, Bro, you're interrupting the video. You're interrupting the video.
This is what you get. I thought you were gonna be cute.
It is close to his dinner time, so that's why. What are they saying? Oh, geez. This video's a mess already. So sorry. People need to get over themselves. Like, lady, like, you're buying eggs. You're not buying the Birkin bag or something. You're not buying something seriously luxurious. You're just buying eggs. That doesn't make you special. I've had people do that at my job, honestly, where they just kind of like go on and on and on about how much money they spend. Literally the other day, actually, I was talking to someone on the phone and they were literally just like bragging. They were like, "Oh, I'm just such a good customer. I've been shopping there forever and I'm such a good customer." And she kept saying that like over and over and over and over again. I swear she said it like at least five times during this phone call. The phone call is maybe like 15-ish minutes and she said it so many times. It's like, lady, I don't care that you spent that much money at this store. Okay, I really don't. It's just not that big of a flex. Okay, on to the next. From Green's Sus. When do we close? We're supposed to be closed right now. Had a guy come in last minute last night at the convenience store I work closing shifts for. Usually it's not an issue. They're usually in and out fast. I was literally fetching the key to lock the doors when the guy in question came in, so I have to wait for him to finish before I can shut down. So again, I didn't think much because usually last minute stragglers are quick, I think is what they meant to right there. He wasn't. Between him practically inspecting every single item we had on shelves, going, "Wait, I need to get more things," 3 times after coming to the register, and then wanting to keep chatting after he paid and had his stuff bagged, despite me being non-receptive. It was almost 15 minutes past closing time. I've done everything I could to not give him reason to keep chatting, trying to be polite and nudge him out of the door, to no avail. Then he went and asked, "So what time do you close anyway?" So I told him that we were supposed to have locked up 15 minutes ago, hoping that he would get the message and head out. Dude laughed and then kept trying to talk. "Oh, you guys close early. When I worked retail, we stay open until midnight." And then tried to go on a tangent about how things were when he was a retail worker, blah, blah, blah. I ended up having to be blunt, straight up telling him that if he's done shopping, I'll need him to leave so we can close. He, of course, got sour after that because, of course, it's terrible customer service. It's small and mostly inconvenient, but holy crap, does it infuriate me when people know it's past or closing time, or at closing time, I guess is what they meant, and want to hang out despite it. Yeah, that is super annoying. Sometimes we will have customers hang out past close and we're doing all of our closing stuff and the music's off and the lights are going off and they're just like, you know, just hanging out, chilling, doing whatever they're doing. And it's like, hello, Earth person, please go home. Please be aware of when a store closes, because people would like to leave. They'd like to go home that they have not been to all day. Please be aware of that. Thank you. From IOCA Tech. It's still a $100 bill, and I still can't take that. Here's my nomination for dimmest bulb in the chandelier of customers. Gonzo, who as of yesterday has me convinced that he has zero idea as to how money actually works. I've been suspecting this for a long time because Gonzo is the kind of guy who, upon getting paid, will spend a huge chunk of it on lottery. Gonzo is the type of guy who will take over the checkout counter with buying scratcher after scratcher and scratches them right at the register. Oh gosh. and has no concept that other people want to pay for their stuff too, and he would hold up the line for 20 minutes if you let him, but I don't let him. Gonzo is that kind of customer that you have to treat like a naughty child and tell him, no, it's other people's turn now. So yesterday, I came into the gas station on mid-shift starting at 2 p.m., and Gonzo was already there. He wasn't in line, but on the phone off to the side. Shift change went as per usual with my quick count of the minimum balance drawer, and with that happy crap, my workday began. Within minutes, Gonzo was at my counter asking for cigarettes, which he paid for by card, all well and good. Next, he requested his first lotto tickets of the day, which came to $24. He presented me with a crisp $100 bill, whereupon he was informed that I couldn't take that. I didn't have enough change. I just opened, and he'd seen me do it. Synapses were almost firing when he asked the lady behind him for change, but she didn't have it. So here's where it gets stupid. Gonzo gets out of line since he can't pay, and the lady behind him pays for her stuff by card. There was no one else behind her, so he steps up and asks for the same tickets as before, brandishing the same $100 bill. WTF, I don't have the change, he's informed curtly again. Okay, Gonzo says, wanders around the store a bit, comes back and says he wants $20 worth of gas. Before I do anything, I must insist, show me the money. And he pulls out the $100 bill. Raising my voice to the rare kind of cocky customer who's just not getting it otherwise, I can't take that bill. If you show it to me again, I'm kicking you out. Fortunately, Gonzo left on his own. You know, it's kind of funny. Working in customer service, you realize that a lot of people are very daft. And like sometimes you're like, what happened to your brain to make you this stupid? You know? Like what happened as like a child? What sort of brain trauma did you go through? How much lead paint did you eat? Because I worry about that. Like with some of the older generations especially, oh goodness. There are many times when I have to talk to people like they're children. Sometimes I wonder, like, am I speaking English to you right now? Are you understanding me at all? I am concerned about some of these people sometimes. It's hard to understand where they are in their mind, I guess, like where their comprehension level is. It's something like you just don't expect people to be that bad off. You realize like that George Carlin joke where it's like a lot of people are stupid, and then you have to realize that like more people are more stupid than that, you know?
Look at it this way. Think of how stupid the average person is, and then realize half of them are stupider than that.
And yeah, that's true. It's a very sad reality that we live in. I don't know, like their brain's gone through some stuff, I think. So, yeah, it's not great. Alright, from RBXYY. Rabik I can only assume that's how that's pronounced, but I don't know. No, I'm not gonna break the law and lose my job so you can buy a bottle of tequila. I work a couple of nights a week at a liquor store to make a little extra cash on top of my main job. Our policy is that everybody in your party and in your car has to show an ID, and we ID anybody who looks under 35. We turn people away regularly due to their friends not having IDs. Tonight, 2 girls came in, I said hello to them, and they ignored me, and they brought up a bottle of tequila. They looked young, so I asked for both of their IDs. One of them gave me her ID and she was all set, but the other said she left it at home. They both immediately told me that she was 23, but I told her I still had to see her ID. Her friend asked if she could go outside and then she could buy it, but unfortunately I couldn't since she had already come in. They left after that. After 15 minutes later, the girl who showed me her ID came back with another guy. They bought the same bottle up, and I told her that I couldn't sell to them because of her friend from before. They argued and said that they dropped her off at home, so she was no longer a part of their party, which made no sense because if they brought her home, then she could have just brought her ID back, assuming she's 23 like she claimed. I told them I couldn't and that they kept arguing. I stood my ground and they asked for a manager who told them the exact same thing. They finally left. Just bring your ID or leave your underage friends at home. I'm not going to risk my job because you didn't bring your you didn't bring your ID. And no, a photo of your ID does not count. Edit. To answer a common question in the comments, if a young child comes in with their parents, then it's fine, as long as they don't touch anything. If they're old enough to be left at home by themselves, then per store policy, they'll have to show an ID if they come into the store. Yeah, you kind of can't play around with stuff like that. Around here, I live in a pretty young adult heavy area. And places around here are very strict about IDing because there are a lot of like college age kids and some of them are not legal. And you just can't be too careful because places can get shut down because of that, and places have gotten shut down around here because of that. And so, like, you know, people need their jobs. This is not the kind of economy right now where people can just like do something to lose their job. That person, you know, that's probably their main source of income, and finding another job would be really challenging for them because this is a pretty crappy job market right now. So why do these young girls think that it's okay to go ahead and do this and like try to get this employee, not try to get him fired necessarily, them into jeopardy with their job? It's just not worth it. Like, you're just buying some tequila. What I find really funny is that they could have gone to a different liquor store, you know? Was that like the only liquor store in town or something? Maybe it was their closest one, but still, it's just funny to me that they could have gone somewhere else where the same employee wasn't still working there. It's like the same employee helped you again. That's very stupid. You can't just go back to the same place and be like, hey, I want to buy this tequila. And it's like, well, you just tried to do that and I told you no like 20 minutes ago. Not very smart. Gotta use that noodle. That noodle is not being used. Nothing, no thoughts, head empty for sure.
This is my baby. I love him. He's a good boy.
His name is Salem, by the way.
Doesn't he look like Salem? Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Alright, so from Lord Nikolai, customer tries to apologize for being a Karen, but I refuse to accept it. This happened a few years ago. At the time, my store offered 1 hour photo processing, and I was the head photo tech in our lab. They did not make me a manager in any way, but I had just been in the position for years at this point. If no one has ever worked in a photo lab, you should know that we have to deal with U.S. federal copyright law. If someone tried to print a photo that they did not create themselves, or an image owned by someone else, we cannot legally print it without permission from the owners. The customer came in and had several images of Disney characters that she claimed to have bought off Etsy. Regardless of where she bought them, Disney characters are a big no-go on the copyright scale. We can't even print these novelty photos that you get taken at the park without a release. I tried to refuse her images and she started throwing a fit. I expected as much. Most people have issues when I don't let them have their photos without understanding the rules we have to follow. Normally, just explaining it to them is enough to get them to calm down. But this customer was cussing and yelling at me and would not calm down, regardless of what I did. So eventually she said the magic words of, "I want to talk to your manager." Fine by me. I call my boss, tell him what's going on, and he comes to talk to the customer. He explains everything I just explained to the customer again and apologizes to the customer. There's nothing we can do. Sorry, it is the law. The customer leaves, and I don't think anything of it until she comes back 2 days later. At first she was okay. She came up to the lab, patiently waited her turn, and tried to print the photos again. We had the same runaround, and after calling the same manager again, the customer tried to apologize to me, saying she just really wanted the photos and she was sorry for calling me every bad word that you can think of. I apologize. Can we put this behind us? No, I do not accept your apology. There was no need for you to say any of what you just did. You can't not accept my apology. Yes, I can. I hold you responsible for what you said, and your words hurt. My manager tried not to laugh. Ma'am, I think you should go now. So it's kind of funny that I found this one because admittedly I work in a very similar situation to this person, and it's insane to me how people get really offended over small things like this. It's just almost as if they have nothing else going on in their lives that they have to be outraged over pictures, and is absolutely absurd to me, and I do not understand it. It's so weird to think that somebody could be big mad about photos, I can understand when it's for something an important event maybe, and maybe they were really special pictures, but to be super angry about pictures, how do people not understand that Disney especially is absolutely crazy about the copywritten stuff? They will sue you and you will lose. They are intense about that. I feel like anybody who doesn't live under a rock knows this. They do not play. Don't play with Disney. They will sue you. I don't know. It's just strange. People are so strange. And I just don't understand why they get so mad about everything. I don't know. It just couldn't be me. I just, even if I'm kind of mad about something or whatever, I'm still, generally, I guess it depends, but generally I try to be pretty chill about it and not take my anger out on people, because there's just no point. Where is that going to get you? Nowhere. Unless, I guess, some of these businesses really do cater to people that go off like that, which is sad. I wish they didn't. I worked at one retail location. It was a real retail location. I'll just say it was a department store. And they would give money away to people that got all mad about stuff. And it was absurd. I got bullied by customers, and the managers would take the side of the customer every single time. It was really bad. I didn't work there for all that long. At least the place that I currently work at is a little bit better typically, but yeah, people are so mean to customer service employees, for no reason really. They're just there to do a thing and then go home. Just I'm sure most people, I'm sure this lady, well, maybe not, I don't know, I'm sure this lady probably also has a job, more than likely, statistically, right? So why is she being a bitch? Well, folks, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. I'm gonna go feed my cat because he is being very needy. And yeah, I appreciate you watching till the end. If you did watch to the end, you know, maybe give me a like, maybe subscribe if you like this kind of content. I'm gonna do more. I'm here for you every Sunday, or just about every single Sunday. That's the plan, at least. It may not be every single Sunday, maybe every other Sunday, but it's going to be most Sundays. I hope that you are having a good morning or evening or day or night, whenever it is where you are. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.